gotta thank God every minute of every day. It's your boy One Live Stu, Ryan Stewart, and I am joined by none other than the South Carolina and the Georgia Hall of Famer himself, one of the baddest man to walk the land over at GT when he was getting his ball on. Joe Hamilton joins your boy One Live Stu for In the Huddle with Joe Ham on this beautiful Wednesday night. Joe Ham, how you feeling today, sir?
I'm feeling outstanding. And you know what, Stu? Every time we look at this and we see me jumping over the huddle, did I need to do that and all these type of things? I look back at it. I'm like, hey, it's a teaching moment. It's a teaching moment, and always that finish the drill. Finish the drill. And we can start this off of that. I want to say, Ryan Stewart, Two Live Stu, listen. Finish the drill, my brother.
Finish the drill. Finish it. Finish
it. And you know what? Not only finish the drill, tattletale on guys that's not finishing the drill, because that's a part of the leadership. In my opinion, that's a part of the leadership that I gotta tell on you, Stu, because you're an all-star athlete. I'm an all-star athlete, and sometimes we say, "I'm gonna tell this guy." Boom, boom, and it's easy to tell somebody on the bottom of the totem pole, get your act together. Yep. No, I need to tell Ryan Stewart, get your act together, dude, and finish the drill. I saw you not touching the line. I saw you in a totality of getting 10 reps. You got 8 reps. Finish the drill, brother. How are you doing?
You were on a team where you came in as an underclassman and I was an upperclassman when you got here.
Yes.
You know who I am. You know who I was. And that's something that I did not tolerate. I was an energy guy. Okay? I was a guy that if I saw teammates, we're doing 100-yard sprints, and we got 10 of them after practice. If I saw a guy pull up at the 3 or at the 10 or at the 8, I don't need the coaches to say nothing. I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it. You personally have seen me put my foot in people's behind on that football field.
Yes.
I am a 3E kind of guy. 3 E's. Energy, effort, and enthusiasm. If you can give me those 3 things with what you do, and you've been studying, we're not going to get beat.
Man, hey, Stu Dog, can you imagine this? Can you imagine? Just imagine what you're saying and telling me, and I'm echoing that, and I'm the best athlete as well.
Right.
Hey, so if you're an athlete and you're the best going on, and you're a leadership in a position, and you were saying that effort, enthusiasm, and all those things you're saying, and I'm the best player on the field. That's why I'm enthusiastic right now, Stu Dog. I'm hyped up, man. I'm hyped up because the leadership role, the mentorship role is like, hey, empty the tank. And oh, by the way, if I empty my tank, I'm gifted too.
Right.
Can you imagine me being gifted and following the Lord Jesus Christ, and you can't beat me. Right?
Listen, man.
And oh, by the way, how you doing, my friend?
I'm outstanding. I'm outstanding. I'm going to tell you a couple things before we get into these sports. A lot of things to talk about in the world of the NBA. A lot of things to talk about with the NFL draft starting tomorrow. Can't wait to get some choice thoughts from you on that. And I'm going to really deliver my information on Mr. Shannon Sharpe tomorrow morning because this is in the Huddle.
No, hey, why are you doing it?
I'll give you. I'll throw a few things up against the wall.
No, I need to hear it, man.
The majority of it's going to come.
I'm going to listen to you and Doug in the morning, as I always do. But come on, man, Stu, I need to hear something.
I'll give you peace.
I want to debate with you as far as that, please.
I don't know if we're going to have much of a debate with that.
What?
Okay, and that's where I want to start with you. That's exactly where I want to start with you. I look forward to Wednesday nights doing In the Huddle with Joe Ham. I think about it all week. I take down notes, and more times than not, when you send me your thoughts on the show, they're aligned with mine, damn near in the same order, okay? But here's what I don't like about In the Huddle with Joe Ham.
You save it for Doug.
I don't call you and talk as much as we used to.
No,
I'm trying to save it for the show. So
you save it, man. I can't stand that. Stu-Dog. I can't stand it because Mondays, shout out to you guys, Mondays and Thursdays, I can't stand when you say, I'm going to save it. My thoughts are for this. My thoughts are for that. I'm going to save it for your show. And, I'm not selfish at all, but I'm like,
not at all.
Come on, man, Stu-Dog. Yep. Let's do like we do on the phone. That's what we do. We have the best ever. I don't even think it's questionable. You and I have our discussions, man, are through the roof, and we'll kiss each other in the mouth.
Now, whoa, we don't do the Magic Johnson.
No, we would. I'm saying the love.
Well, there's no question. I will kiss you on your cheek. I will kiss you on your forehead. I kiss you in your head. We're not doing no mouth nothing. That's not how I get down.
Push come to shove.
We're not Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas. We're not Zeke and Magic.
Hey, hold on. Push comes to shove. I would do that. No, I'm not doing that, but if push comes to shove. So, again.
It's your boy Ryan Stewart, One Line Stu. This is In the Huddle with Joe Ham. No, we ain't doing no mouth kissing. There's nothing that can make me kiss you in the mouth. Not in the mouth.
Not even push come to shoves? Not even putting...
why would push come to shove make me want to kiss you in your mouth? No.
Bring me back to life? Maybe.
Well, yes, but that's not what I'm saying. That's mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
There you go. So those circumstances.
If I need to save your life, I'm all in. Yeah, all in. But that's about the only reason why my lips are going to touch yours.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. That's the first thing. Second thing, I was at my daughter's softball game tonight. The weather came up. They paused the start of the game. Game's supposed to start at 5:45. At 6:15, 6:20, game hadn't started yet. And immediately, when the clock hit 6:15, I started doing like this, looking at my watch. Because we got a show to do at 9 o'clock, okay? So, the moral of the story and the point that I want to get to is just the excitement that I have to do something like we're doing weekly is off the charts. I can't start to explain to you how much fun I have spending this hour or so with you weekly, doing what we would do, whether we were doing this show or not. It really means a lot to me. I really enjoy it, and I really have the time of my life on this platform with you, and I wanted to share that.
You know what? And I want to echo that too, Stu-Dog, because that's the man in the mirror. That's what I do as well, as far as like, what am I going to do is win this Wednesday night?
Right.
And how's Stu and his family doing? And I know you for a fact saying, how's Joe Ham and his family doing? What are they doing now? And outside of our family, the Georgia Tech family. And I feel the same way. It's like, what am I doing now? And tonight, I'm telling you, we are running out of time. And disrespect to you, with no disrespect, I'm looking down. I'm like, man, we running out of time. But I would rather. This is what we do. And the listeners, I mean, they don't know we doing this and we live now. But dude, man, I have a lot to chop it up with you with, and I love it, man.
Let's get into it.
And again. Those glasses, man, you doing your due diligence. Are you in the market? A lot of people said, they said Stu-Dog's on the market. You're in the market. But, hey, I must say, those look good, man.
Speaking of being on the market, man, I'm so glad I'm off. And we can't start with Shannon.
Why can't we? It's our show. Well, In the Huddle with Joe Ham.
Right.
Do what we do, man. Let's do what we do. Do you want to do it?
Do you? No, it's your show.
Yes. Do
you want to start?
I want to start. You're my mentor. Let's get into it. On your mind, we have to start with what you just said.
I'm gonna
And
tell you a
said
story.
Shannon Sharpe, and let me tell you this. And we getting in the huddle with Johan right away. And I would say, I'm gonna say, Shannon Sharpe.
No, before hold it. What are you talking? Hold it real quick. In the huddle with Johan, we're gonna start with Shannon now.
Okay.
I'm hoping that this doesn't take a full hour, but we're gonna start with Shannon.
So what?
And if it does, it is what it is.
What's the pop up? We can do a pop up somewhere.
So Joe, when I left Berkeley High School to go to Georgia Tech, I had a girlfriend or two still in Monk's Corner. I had one girlfriend.
Not in Alvin, though. I
had one girlfriend in Macedonia, at your school.
No.
Well, I actually had two there, but one of them had graduated. But anyway.
Get out of here.
Okay. I had a girlfriend in Macedonia, and I had a girlfriend at Berkeley High School. Because I was a college freshman, whenever I would come home, the girlfriend at Berkeley High School would be like, I want you to come pick me up at the school. And I would say, listen to my words, Joe. I would say, no problem. However, I'm going to pull up in front of the school and I'll park in the front. You know what my truck looks like? When you get out of school, you come out and you get in the car. Chivalry is not dead. My daddy has taught me to get out of the car and open the door for you. But because I'll be at the school that I no longer go to, I'll open your door from the inside. I'm not getting out to let you in the car.
I don't want to know it that it's Ryan Stewart, but it is Ryan Stewart. So make this quick.
Okay.
I am, big boy style, but I don't want to be a big boy style. Yes.
Okay. There was a reason why I did that. After I left Georgia Tech, when I graduated from school, because it took 2 off seasons. After I graduated, the girlfriend that I had at Georgia Tech was still there. But when I was in Detroit, whenever I would come home, I would come by to see her. But I'm not coming by the AA. I'm not coming by your dorm. If I pull up, you come on outside. You get in the car. Chivalry is not dead. I'm not going to be getting out to let you in. I open the door from the inside. You get in, we drive off. But what we're not doing is me getting out of the car and me and you conversing, me and you holding hands, me and you showing affection on the campus that I no longer go to. Both instances, I was still a year or two older than the person that was at the high school or at Georgia Tech. But what I did not want anybody to see and or say was, why is that college student at the high school with these high school girls?
Yes.
Why is that professional player on the college campus at Georgia Tech with these college girls? I didn't want that to happen. I didn't want that to be the topic of conversation, even though the girls that I was dating was just 2 years younger than me. Just 2. Perception is reality, and I did not want anybody to see the NFL player at the college campus talking to college girls, or the college player at the high school campus talking to high school girls. That's just 2 years of age and difference. Joe Hamilton.
Yes. Boy, that's
all the things that we're hearing about Shannon, because this is your show. I'm gonna let you unload.
No, I love
the things we're hearing about Shannon to this point is alleged. It's alleged.
Miss me with alleged, because you don't have to talk to me about that. You know why? Because why? Because this is in the huddle with Joe Ham,
right?
And
because until something's factual,
because
factual, we have to say alleged.
I have facts because I can hear your voice, Stu. Because I do digress. It is in the huddle with Joe Ham, and you're the host, and I understand this. But one thing about this, when I hear you say something, not you or Shannon Sharpe, and allege, we can allege. How far does allege go? So continue, Ryan Stewart. Hey, open the show and
alleged goes until, without a shadow of a doubt, we know the facts.
No,
you have to say alleged to cover your own butt.
Are you opening
prior
the
to
show?
Situations?
What are we? Are we opening the show? Are we starting now? Because this is good stuff. Because I want to ask you a question.
One last comment.
Yes.
Because the situations are alleged and we don't know the truth yet, all I want to say before you go is,
I've heard some truth.
All I want to say before you go is, and I take my glasses off so you can
take your glasses.
My eyes. I couldn't be more disappointed in someone than I am right now with Shannon Sharpe.
Oh,
I couldn't be more disappointed in anyone than I am right now with Shannon Sharpe.
Hey, Stu, are you going to allude that on the Joe Ham, in the huddle with Joe Ham this hour, or just 45, 30 minutes? Or are you going to save that for the morning? Can I hear some of it? Are we going to hear some of it tonight? Please?
Let's get your thoughts, Ham. I want you to go, Joe. I want you to go.
Listen, because I want to hear it, and we have a lot to get through the draft tomorrow night, man. Come on, man. And Shador saying this, I think he's going to be, I don't know where he's going to drop. Cam Ward, what's going on with him? Stu Dog, Ryan Stewart. I have a lot to talk about, but this Shannon Sharpe deal is bothering me on both ways. And you know why? Because it's bothering me because my mom speaks of morality. My mom speaks of, ethnicity. And what are we doing here? So when you look at me, I hope you see me as a white person. I don't know how you see me. See me as blue, but I'm gonna try to see very clear, Stu. So the Braves, a lot of things are going on, man. A lot of things. But again, we can abrupt. It's in the hand with Joe Hamilton, and we can do what we want to do in 45, 30 minutes. I would say now, man, at hand, Stu Dog. What's happening, brother? What's happening?
The Nucci's undefeated, Joe. That's what's happening. But I want you to go ahead and give me your thoughts, and then I'm gonna save the bulk of mine for tomorrow morning. The Two Live Tuesday experience. I'll share some with you, but Joe, I couldn't be more disappointed than I am in Shannon Sharpe right now. Give me your take on what's going on with Shannon, Joe.
Well, this is my take. The proof is sometimes in the pudding, and in Shannon Sharpe, I do, and I'm talking to my sister. Okay, my sister was like, you abruptly and rough sex and tight end, all that kind of thing goes on. Yes. So I'm going to give you that benefit of the doubt. That's mishappenstance, whatever. But now, lately, when it comes out that in a conversation, just real conversation, I'm going to choke you right now. I'm going to do this right now. I don't know. And the receipts. Shannon Sharpe, and he's been a very, very, very aggressive, man. He's been aggressive. And his aggressiveness been as far, I wouldn't do this. I would do that.
Hate to stop you. When you say he's been aggressive, in what manner? What do you mean he's been aggressive? I want everybody to understand what you're talking about.
Okay. Stu, you're not going to allow, I want to hear some of your thoughts before tomorrow morning as well, but I mean, like, his aggressiveness in his talk and his, who are you? I would never do this. this is beyond me. My grandma told me this. My granddad told me that. And I understand that, Shay, Shannon Sharpe, whatever you want to say to me right now, but you miss me in the point that you're not even lining up. You talking about guys that you're not even lining up to. You faking. Let me say this, Stu. Can I say this? And I will say this.
Please.
Shannon Sharpe is faking the funk on a nasty dunk. Hey, I feel
on a nasty dunk.
You faking the funk on a nasty dunk. I don't know you. I haven't ran across you, but I know of you, me and Stu, Ryan Stewart, Doug Stewart, and the homeboys, even Kenya, my wife. We have a barbecue. You faking the funk. We're gonna call you out. We're gonna shoot a game of OUT out, whatever. And what are you doing here? Because what I do know, Stu, is that he's a. I can't say this, Stu. I think he loves rough sex. Can I say that? So
yeah, you can say that. Oh, you can say that.
Because that's proof in the pudding, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden, some video came out with that, and video came out. Hold on, and video came out that you weren't doing that. It was casual talk, and you talking about grabbing and choking, and I don't like it. I'm with Shannon Sharpe. I'm with the brother. I'm with everybody. I see purple.
When you say you're with Shannon Sharpe, what does that mean? I'm just making sure you don't put yourself in no corner. When you say you're with Shannon Sharpe, what does that mean, Joe?
It means that you can be. Somebody can be out to get you. That's what I mean.
Okay, all right.
That's it.
Stop right there.
And you know what?
Right
Hold on. I will stop right there after this. Okay. And that could be gold, blue, white, green, purple, whatever. I would stop right there. But I'm not jumping to his defense. Like, you know what? Judge me with this one, Ryan Stewart. Judge me with this one.
Okay.
Everybody is not all against African Americans. Matter of fact, everybody's not all against ninjas. Everybody's not against us, me, and I know there are some things that we are, we're not on third base. All right. We have to struggle. We have to make sure as father figures, as Black Americans, I understand that, but we make some excuses that are crazy excuses. All right. And I just alluded that to say Shannon Sharpe, he can say to me, miss me, Shannon Sharpe, with everything. Is he guilty? Is it abuse? I don't believe that girl one way or the other. But goodness, choking and all that, calm down, Mr. Sharpe. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. In the Huddle with Joe Ham, I'm your boy Ryan Stewart, One Live Stew.
Thank you for that, man.
I've got several friends that when something happens to a Bill Cosby, when something happens to Sean Combs, when something happens to a Shannon Sharpe.
You said Sean Combs.
The first thing they say is, oh, he didn't piss somebody off. Oh, they coming for him. And Joe, do I believe that the oppressor or the colonizer is still coming for us? Do I believe that there's still certain people in this country that we called America? Do I believe that there's still some people that want to put their foot on our throats? Yes. That's one reason why I do the best that I can to move the best way I can around the board. I think about a lot of things. I don't do a lot of things, especially things that I used to do 20, 30 years ago. A friend of mine, I'm not going to call her name, when the Shannon Sharpe story broke, she immediately hit me up and said, here they go again. I wonder who Shannon pissed off. The first thing I said was, listen, Shannon is 56 years old. Allegedly, the girl that he's got this situation with now is 20-something, a young 20-something. From what I've read, I can interpret that Shannon allegedly may have known this girl before she was even 20. If any of this is true, if any of this alleged situation is true, this is not the colonizer trying to put their knee on Shannon's neck. This is not the colonizer trying to put their foot on Shannon's neck. This is Shannon being humbled to the decisions that he made for himself. Joe, there is no reason that I can start this show off by telling you about me being apprehensive about getting out of my car at a school I used to go to a year earlier to talk to a female. There's nothing apprehensive about me telling you that I did not want to get out of my car at the college I went to talk to a girl that I was dating because I was a professional football player. If I could be that cognizant of a situation and not want a bad story to be told, how can we put ourselves in a position to defend a 50-plus-year-old man that allegedly was messing with a girl that just got out of high school?
Hey,
that is not the oppressor trying to oppress you. That is ignorance. That is stupidity. And here's part two.
Stay tuned to Joe Ham. Hey, stay tuned to Joe Ham in the Huddle with Joe Ham next Wednesday, every Wednesday in the Huddle with Joe Ham. Because again, Stu Dog, we might not get into the reason why I said that we might not get into any sports at all. And this is what I want my show in the Huddle with Joe Ham to be all about. What? If you know more than I know, and you my leader and all that. If we don't have to move on. You hear me?
Okay.
Stu, dog.
Okay.
So
okay.
we don't have to move on.
If
this is another 30 minutes from this,
okay.
So what? The draft tomorrow. Our thoughts. We're squeezing in. So what? Right? And that's what I'm saying. So executively, so go from there.
Okay.
We don't have to move on. Don't rush anything.
Okay.
Stu Dog.
Okay.
Yes, because again, man, this is humongous to me because
it's huge.
I need answers. And again, you and I talking on this platform and back and forth, and I'm listening. I ain't hadn't said anything because I'm listening to you. I want you to hear me. You want to hear me as well. We're not rushing. Go, man.
The majority of mentors that I had growing up.
Yes.
Blessed to have my dad up until I was like 20, 21. Blessed to still have my brother. He was 50 when he passed, Joe. He was 50. Okay.
Man.
Uncles, older cousins, brother. I've got frat brothers. When I was in high school, I was told at a very young age, learn to say no to the newtsy. Learn to not allow the newtsy to control you. You'll be better off, Ryan, if you've got the ability to walk away from the newtsy. Several mentors said, listen to me, man. When you get on that campus, be careful messing with them white girls. Several people said when I got to Detroit, when I say people, I'm talking about the mentors. Several people that were mentoring me told me, hey, man, the world can really be your oyster. Focus on your work. But when you get to Detroit, man, be careful in them streets. The newsy's undefeated. And the majority of men that don't realize that ultimately end up losing. Joe, there's no reason for a 50-plus-year-old man And a lot of people keep saying, "Oh, he a Hall of Famer. Oh, he
No,
got all this money.
see,
He living in Bel Air, this big old mansion." None of that
oh,
stuff
oh,
matters to me.
oh, oh,
None of that
oh,
stuff
oh,
matters
oh.
to me.
And
None of that
that's
stuff
why.
matters to me.
No, Stu, and that's where I'm going to cut you off briefly for about 30 seconds, maybe a minute, and I'm going to agree with you and listen to me, and I'm going to echo your statement. Yes, 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 and amen. So what?
So what?
Because I'm going to
So
say
what?
to you, Berkeley Hall of Fame. You said last week. You've said that's humongous honor for you, man.
Yep,
Goodness,
it's huge.
I mean,
It's huge.
and dude, college football Hall of Famer.
Yep.
All these things, huge.
Yep.
I mean, everything's bestowed upon me, huge.
Yep.
But at the end of the day, we talk like, what are you doing, guys?
What are you doing?
What
are we doing here? What are we doing here?
I mean, are you a real dude? Can you run up on a Ryan Stewart? Can you run up on a Joe Hamilton? Can you run up into a Mr. Hamilton or Mr. Stewart and say, "Hey, look, I mean, hey, yes sir, no sir, yes sir."
You can't be making time to talk to, take out, and go visit or have a 19 or 20-year-old girl coming to visit you when you in your 50s. It just don't make no sense.
Nothing.
There's no reason why you should be entertaining company at that age from someone that young. Nothing good can come from that.
Nothing. Well, it's not even good.
Can come from that. This young lady doesn't know who she is. This young lady ain't got much to her name. This young lady is probably trying to find a way to come up. And now you are her meal ticket. You are her meal ticket. And for you not to think that or realize that on the text messages and emails I've read, on the voicemails I've heard, for the things that were being said or the way you were being targeted, for that to happen to you and for that stuff to go over your head, it says that you are thinking with your dick and not with your mind.
Yeah. So again, I can't say, a Coach Sharpe, father figure Sharpe, Daddy Sharpe, brother Sharpe, Shannon Sharpe, whatever, Lakers in 5, whatever he's doing.
A hilarious skit.
Yeah, I love it. But again, he did not walk this line, and there's nothing to me as far as you got to say my bad. See, that's what I'm learning to it. And when you get in the huddle with Joe Ham, I want to say this. I want to say in the huddle with Joe Ham, Stu, I want to say this. Throw your hand up. My bad. Okay, my bad. I made a mistake. And again, you are shaking your head. And hold on for a second, Stu. Hold on for a second. What I'm saying is that you can get yourself in some doo-doo, some I can't believe, how do I get here? What's happening, Captain? Man, my mom and dad, they're going to turn over in their grave. I understand that grandparents, yes, but at some point in time, you got to stop wallowing in that, and you got to say, man, this is not me, and I'm crazy, and something is happening. Yes, man.
He can't now come out and say, and this is in the huddle with Joe Ham. I'm your boy Ryan Stewart.
You didn't get in the huddle, man, Stu. You didn't get in the huddle, man.
He can't come out and say a simple "my bad" now. You know why, Joe? Because if you're actively pursuing someone you met when she was 19 years old, you're not in a bad situation. You can't say "my bad." You can't say sorry, because something in your mind has to say, not because of who you are and your statue or what you do for a living or how much money you got or because you're a current Hall of Famer. It's got nothing to do with that. Something's got to say in your mind, I can't mess with this little girl. So now he can't say "my bad," because this is, even though she was an adult, you got to look at him like he's a goddamn pedophile. because the girl was 19 and fresh out of high school.
How do you see him?
I'll never call him Unc again. I used to call him Unc. I'll never call him Unc again. Because the uncles that I grew up with was teaching me to stay away from things like that.
No, yes. I'm asking him, how do you see him as, do you think he's guilty as charged? Because again, guilty, what you're saying, and that's why I love this segment, Stu Dog, what we're getting into, and I can care less if we move forward.
Okay.
Because it's one thing that, again, he's done nothing wrong.
Okay.
Okay? He's done nothing absolutely now. So how do you see, shit? I mean, am I going to call his name?
I hate to do this. I hate to do this.
You're doing it because what you're hating to do, I'm doing now.
You have a beautiful daughter in your house.
Oh my God, don't do that.
When she gets 17, 18, and 19 years old, if Shannon Sharpe knocks on your door, what you gonna say? What you gonna do? So he can't say my bad. It's wrong. It cannot happen. He cannot do it. And not just him. No 50-year-old man, no 50-year-old man should be entertaining the company of a 19 or 20-year. For what?
No, but see, you in your soapbox now. Hey, Studo, you in your soapbox. Yeah,
be careful what you say.
No, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you specifically. Can I talk to you specifically?
Please, but be careful what you say.
No, I'm not
going
to be.
People can only go off of your words and what you say. If you think I'm on my soapbox for saying a 50-plus-year-old man shouldn't be coming to no 19-year-old house, be careful what you say.
Not to the house. But again, Studo, why I'm saying
he can't take it to the hotel.
No,
he can't take it to Have a Nice Day Cafe. He can't take her. She don't need to be in this car. He don't need to be in her car. What they talking about?
You taking advantage of me. You are taking advantage of me. You are taking advantage of me because this is what I'm saying. Because again, I can be a 60-year-old man and I can be on just watching the park and watching going on, and I can adore and I can, say this guy or this young lady looks very, very scrumptious. Well, and I love them. Yes. And I can partake in that if I'm sick. But again, I'm not going to ridicule them for doing that.
Whoa.
I'm not going to ridicule for them to doing that. But and that's not wrong. Is that wrong, Stu? Is that wrong?
Is what wrong?
Is for me to be an 81-year-old man on my bench watching everybody pass by, and I want to tag along with some of a few chicks, and I want to take them out to a dinner or two. I might want to be a sugar daddy to them or two. Is that wrong? Is that wrong? I'm asking you. Is that wrong, brother?
For a 50-year-old, 50 plus,
you putting the age on it now.
That wants to be a sugar daddy of someone 19 or 20 years old is dead ass wrong. Is it illegal? No. But illegal and wrong are not synonymous with one another. It's two different things.
No, it's not.
Joe, she's an adult, but you can't have at a 50-plus-year-old age, you can't be getting notches on your belt from kids that just left high school. It don't work like that. It can't work like that.
Okay. Hey, Stu, you're making my point. It does not work like that. It cannot work like that. And Mr. Stewart, Ryan Stewart, I don't know your middle name, Ryan Stewart. Let me tell you this. Let me ask you this. Why? It is working like that. And there's no reason why it should not work that way. Because again, my mom, shout out to dad, shout out to my mom. We grew up, shout out, God bless you, your dad and Mama Stewart now. We've grown up, yes, but it's working that way, no doubt about it, Stu. That is the way. You sitting here, you putting your feet, you putting your foot, and you putting your feet in concrete like We can't even move. We're not even going. My feet are in quicksand or water that it's going to move. That's bottom line. You saying it can't and it won't and it should not. That's irresponsible, Stu Dog. That's irresponsible for you to say that.
Then let's rewind it. What does the 56-year-old man that come to your doorstep when your daughter is 19 or 20 years old, what do you say to that 56-year-old man? Come in? Oh, come on in. Oh, you here to see? Oh,
what are you doing here?
You're the gentleman my daughter was talking about. Oh, come on in. Is that what you're saying, Joe?
No, what are you doing here?
Oh, no, you're not saying that.
What are you doing here? Yes.
Okay, so why is it okay? Then why, if that's going to be your comment to the dude that comes to your house, how is that okay?
What do you mean? No. I'm sorry. So if somebody comes to my house, it's a different story. When he's coming to see my daughter.
Oh, why? Why is it?
But I can't absorb the fact that there's love. He's not coming to my door. Well, at a Walmart, is it cool at Walmart? I'm saying not at my door. At Walmart, something might happen. Okay. That's all I'm saying. So no 50-year-old should be talking to your daughter. And I agree.
He gonna die. He gonna die, or me and my crew gonna beat his. My daughter's outside the studio, so I can't.
Me too.
Listen to this. I'm gonna beat his ass.
No.
If he come for mine. I'm gonna beat his ass.
I'm gonna be a Hannibal the Cannibal Lecter on him. Yes, but
so then why are you saying? So Joe, I'm confused.
But you brought up the fact that nobody should be talking, and we talking about Unc now, that he should not be even talking to a. So one second, Stu. Let's take our daughters out of it. What we were talking about is Shannon, and that's a 50 and a 20. We're not talking about daughters. We're talking about Shannon and Shannon Sharpe and a 50-year-old and a 19. I hate it. I disguise it. So from 19 to 30-year-old, that's what we're talking about. I disguise it. So I'm going to take my daughter out of it, and I'm going to take your daughter out of it, because that's on site that I'm going to jail on that. But as far as Shannon Sharpe.
But you're going to jail because it's not okay, right? You're going to jail because it's not acceptable, right? You're going to jail because it's wrong, right?
No, because they're underage.
Well, she's not underage because she's of age. She's an
adult.
No,
my daughter and your daughter is underage. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm going to judge that. Okay. I'm going to judge that differently. Okay. Stu, dog, right?
So, Joe.
Hold on. No. We don't have to move on. Stu,
we're not going to move on. We're not going to move on.
But listen to this, Stu. I'm going to move on. I want to say that because they're women, or they are young adults, but they're not. They are adults. Bottom line,
they are adults. And Joe, I just said
my baby.
I said earlier that it's not illegal because she is an adult. Mm-hmm. However, morally, it's dead ass wrong, because he's a 50-plus-year-old man that's already lived his life and is in his second retirement. Yeah. What is he doing having intimate conversations with the girl that within the last year or two was in a high school, on a high school campus?
Hold on, Sue. Before you go further, right quick, I totally agree with your stance, and I agree with that. Continue. I agree with everything. I can't believe it. That's why we continues on this.
For the last 6 minutes,
I can't believe it.
For the last 6 minutes, you were kind of saying it was okay because they were both adults.
No. Because again, he's not condemned and he's not wrong. That's why. No, last 2 minutes, I'm telling you that
Joe,
we're gonna sit.
Shannon Sharpe is dead as wrong for holding tight to a 20-year-old girl. It's not illegal, but morally, there's something that does not add up with this. Okay, real quick.
What you not doing, Stu? Can I
No.
say this right
No.
before you doing?
No.
Right before you say this, let me do this. And I hate it. Mom, Dad, Kenya, my everybody, you, JP, everybody's involved. I'm a married man. Shannon Sharpe is single, and you can continue. Shannon Sharpe is single, and everything, the fantasies and what's wrong and what he's alleged of, and other than beating, I hope not, because I want to arrest him right now. I want to choke him right now. Anything other than that, Shannon Sharpe is living a single life. Go ahead, Stu. Go ahead.
There's so many places
that I don't
this thing
that I don't concur with.
There's so many stories I could tell. And tomorrow morning, I'm willing to bet that we're probably going to have one of the best episodes ever on the Two Live Studios Experience at 7:00. But this is In the Huddle with Joe Ham, and we're happy to have y'all here. I'm your boy, Ryan Stewart. Joe, he's done, whether he's found guilty or not. And for the record, and for the record, Joe,
man,
there's no doubt in my mind that Shannon Sharpe was getting set up. There's no doubt in my mind that there's some entrapment in play. There's no doubt in my mind that had I been on the phone or heard those phone calls or read those messages, I would say, hey, Shannon, dude, you tripping. She trying to get you. There's no doubt that the lawyer that she's hired, the Busby character, he is a character within himself. He's got a lot of cases that are fugazi, trumped up cases. I say trump on purpose instead of using other words. But Joe, there is nothing that you or I can say that would be something that would be understandably understood for a 50-plus-year-old to be entertaining, talking nasty, and holding pipe to a chick that graduated from a high school less than 5 years ago. There's nothing that's going to make that okay. And despite the fact that she is an adult and she is legal to make those decisions, and you're not breaking any rules and or laws if you were to do something like that, in your mind, if you're doing that, to me, I think pedophile. I think freak. I think questionable morals. I think that's not somebody I want to invite to my house where my family lays their head. If you're 56 years old, I don't care what you've done in your previous life. I don't care if you athlete or not. Something in your mind when you run into a young lady that you find attractive and she says, I'm 19 or 20, something in your mind needs to say, then you need to get the hell away from me. You can't entertain the thought of that at all. Okay.
You're wrong with that, so go ahead. You're wrong with that.
Again, I'm going to remind you to be careful.
No, I'm not going to be
listening. I'm going to remind you to be careful.
So in 15 seconds before you go on, yes, there are a lot of young men that are listening to us right now that 50 plus, 48, I'm 48, that looks like a 25, 22-year-old, and be like, wow, wowzers. Continue. Go ahead.
I don't even know where to go from here, Joe.
Hey, so I'll take you. I take it.
But let me say this.
Stu,
for all the people that are saying he was negotiating this $100 million contract for this podcast and somebody's out to get him. I saw some messages on Facebook saying that Shannon was about to buy NBC, which is what they said, how Bill Cosby got jammed up. For all those people that are saying someone's out to get him, he's making it easy to get got if he's riding around LA, Vegas, or Atlanta having sex with 19, 20, and 21-year-olds. he's making it easy to get got because he should not be doing that. Period. You were about to say something. Go ahead. You about to say something.
Hey, yes. You got a problem with Shannon, man?
Huge problem.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stand on. I'm going to stand on innocent until proven guilty. No, I'm going to stand on. So minus this situation.
Yes. That's what I'm asking. Just this instance, or do you have a problem with him?
Until last night about 9 o'clock, I was willingly calling Shannon Sharpe Unc. Willingly calling him Unc. I love what he does on TV. I love what he's done on the Shay Shay podcast. I love what he does with Stephen A. Smith twice a week. I think he's an outstanding podcaster that deserved every bit of money that was coming his way. But now, even before I realized if he's guilty or not, and I know there's still an alleged situation.
Guilty of what? Guilty of what?
Of being a freaking perv.
Hey, keep both of please, can you keep both of us on the screen? Because I want to say something to you, and I want to see your face. I want to look dead in your eyes that I can do now. Same here, Ryan Stewart. Shout out to you, Shay Shay.
You all over the place. You all over the place, man. You going from he ain't doing nothing wrong to
no. Hey, I'm all over the place for him.
That's why I told you 6 times. Be careful because there's a couple of things you said that you just can't say, man. You just can't.
Me? What did I say that I can't say? What did I say about him? Talk to me. Say it again. What did I say? What did I say? Are you serious or are you joking?
Listen, man.
What did I say?
He's got to be smarter than playing. He's got to be smarter than openly willing to rabbit dance with 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23-year-old chicks. I'm sorry.
Coach Stewart, what did I say that get me reprimanded?
Well, Joe, you said that he. Well, I don't even want to go back over it because maybe somebody didn't see it. I don't even want to go back over it.
I said, because I think I would say again. I would say it again. I would say it again. I would say it again. So, hey, listen, I don't want to have my mom or dad. This guy is tripping. What did I say, Stu?
Okay, yeah, he's tripping. This guy's really tripping, man.
And listen. I can't defend him. I will not defend him. And I tried to defend him. And to your point earlier, I don't want to call you under the bus or stick you under the bus, is that Shannon Sharpe could do no wrong, in my opinion, as far as how he came up, what he did, how he grinded under his brother tutelage, everything. But when that tape came out, as far as I didn't know it was on live, and the girl Michelle all going on. Well, I said, Shannon is a freak. Shannon is a freak. Shannon gets down. The blue boy pills. Get Shannon a pill, and he can handle.
And that's another thing.
No. That's what I'm saying. I want you to say what I'm saying because I want to make sure I'm clear. We ain't got to pause. Go ahead.
Listen, man.
Go ahead.
Okay, listen, man.
No.
You know why I don't deal with the blue pills and the gold pills and the Rose Sparks and stuff that Shannon be promoting? You know why?
You don't need it.
Because, man, well, not only do I not need it, but if your dick get hard to the point where it won't go down, if your dick get hard to the point where it won't go down, it's going to be almost impossible for you to walk away from something you shouldn't walk away from. So if I'm popping these pills and it's making my manhood stand up, I'm not going to be able to chill or relax until my manhood goes down. I'm going to turn into somewhat of a predator. I'm going to have it. And Joe, I think the Rose Sparks might be one of the reasons why Shannon is in the situation that he's in. It's got to be because he's physically fit. He's strong.
What position?
He's a handsome dude. He's a
What
Hall of
position
Famer.
is
He
he
got
in,
paper.
though?
He got a big old mansion in Bel Air, California. He's a media star. He's negotiating a $100 million contract. Why would he entertain spending time with a 20-year-old girl?
You know
I'm gonna
why?
stop calling her girl. A
Hey,
20-year-old young lady. A 20-year-old young lady. Why would he choose to spend time with her? He can't spend time with nobody 50.
No, see, Stu,
He can't spend time with nobody 40.
You're talking as a married man, and you're talking to a married man, and all I'm saying is that yes, he's doing that with a 20-year-old amongst others. He's single. He's doing that amongst others. Sterling Sharpe, Shay Shay is not guilty of anything. Now, do I believe he grabbed her and choked her? Yes. Do I believe it's a shakedown? Yes. I believe all that, but it's not one of those situations that he forced anybody outside their will. What we're looking at is that a 50-year-old guy, a 50-year-old man that's not married, and he's out there just living his best life. That's all it is about it.
There's emails where this girl said, Shannon, I said no, and no means no. You shouldn't have done that. There's emails. Now, and this dumbass was responding.
Oh, what? Let's see. Can I say something to you, Stu? And that's kind of.
Did you read Did you read these articles today?
I read a lot, all of them, but I didn't read that one. But no was no, because no means no, and I would bring this up to you, Stu, because all police officers, when I was working at Georgia Tech, at Georgia State, and in the NFL, and everybody's coming in and talking to you, rookie symposium. Yep. Everybody's talking to you, and what they will say and have those guys as far as whether they did some time, whether they so to speak, been through that, what have you, what they would say to you is no means no. Everybody knows no means no. Okay. So if you're saying that, that's a whole different ball of wax, dude, because no means no.
I'm going to read some of these chat messages real quick, man. I'm going to start here with Black Diamond. Black Diamond said, what kind of choking are we talking about? Okay, now, Black Diamond, I love me some Black Diamond. And that's hilarious because, hey, man, sometimes in the bedroom things can get heated, man. All right? It could be, somebody can want to get a little love choke, a little love hug. Somebody can want to get some hair pulled. Somebody can want to get a spank. So.
But you called me on the carpet. You called me on the carpet, and you was like, "Did I hear the message?" And the message I heard about, "I'm gonna effing choke you right now when I see you," that wasn't in the bedroom. That was not in the bedroom. I'm hearing some of these messages from this alleged guy, man. It's crazy. And you hadn't got and listen, I mean, how do you feel about it? Do you think guilty as charged? How do you feel about it? I know you want to get to it in the morning.
Joe, but just like I said last week when we were talking about Nico Amalavaleva, just like I said last week, Nico didn't break any laws. Nico didn't do anything wrong.
Nico lost money though.
Shannon didn't break any law. We'll get to Nico again. Maybe not tonight, but we'll get to him again. Shannon didn't break any laws. Shannon didn't break any laws. Shannon didn't do anything illegal. But morally, what he's allegedly done is dead ass wrong. And Joe, you're not going to, when your daughter becomes of age, when my daughter becomes of age, if my daughter's 25 and she brings a dude to the crib that's 30 years older than her, I'm gonna look at him like, man, what the hell are you doing in my house?
Yes,
man. Why are you with my daughter, dude? I mean, is your luck so bad and you can't get no ass to the point where you got to come and find my young daughter to talk to, or to coerce, or to pay a bill, to spend some time? Why are you here? That's how I feel about Shannon. And listen to me. I'll get into it tomorrow. I'll get into it tomorrow morning.
Stu. Shannon has no. Shannon cannot say anything to me. I hear Shannon. He cannot say anything to me, man. I'm disappointed. I'm like, yo, man, what are you doing? Because if this story had came out and you put that young lady at 32 years old, I'm cool. But now is what are you doing, man? What are you doing? There's nothing. There's nothing, Shannon. And I'm your boy, Blue. I'm his boy.
In the Huddle with Joe Ham, man, before we get out of here, we weren't supposed to do this, man, but we did. And you were right. You said it's your show, so if we go long, we can go long. All the super chatters, thank you, man. Mr. International, CPR. CPR, Mr. International.
My goodness, man.
Mr. International sent another $10 where he just wanted to put some smiley faces. Shouts out to my cousin Derek Rivers, man. He just wanted to send some love. Send the show $5. We appreciate you, D.
Those Rivers boys, boy. My goodness. Can you beat it? Can you beat any of them?
They're my cousins, man. So the majority of them
who's
younger
the number
than me.
one? Who's the number one Rivers? Because my dad talk about Rivers, man.
John Rivers is still one of my favorites. He played with Doug. Him and Doug.
John played linebacker. Did he play linebacker?
John played safety on defense and wide receiver on offense.
Yeah.
6'4", ran like a 4'5", 4.55 in high school. He was amazing, man.
Because you gotta understand everything you guys in Moscona did. We heard about an album we wanted to be until I'm like, hey man, these guys are not that good.
Loose neck ON Psy says, you know what ON stands for, Joe?
No.
Old ninja. Okay.
Ooh,
like Shannon. Shannon's the ON. What he doing messing with that young white girl? Boy, don't get me started.
Is she white? Is she white?
She white as the driven snow. You hadn't seen the pictures?
I seen it. So, but
Unc said the women his age ain't bringing that fire like them young gals.
Is Unc in trouble, man?
Unc is about to lose a fortune behind this situation.
How do you see him, man?
No matter, I see him as I told you, I see him as a perv. And when I say perv, it's short for pervert. And I'm the guy that stands on the mountaintop and says, no judgment. I'm not gonna pass no judgment. My house is glass. My house is glass. But man, I got a 10-year-old daughter. She's about to be 10.
And I got a 13-year-old. Yes.
Right. When she get 25, she bring a 56-year-old to this house. He gonna get got. He gonna get got. I'm willing to go to jail. I'm willing to cancel it all. I'm willing to shut down it all. If a 56-year-old dude is comfortable coming to the crib with my 25-year-old daughter, he gonna have a problem. True message from Loose Neck, O inside. Unc meant the Nutsi in 5. Listen, man. Boy, Mayweather, 15-0. Miami Dolphins, 14-0. Lakers in 5. That's a hilarious skit, man. That's a hilarious skit that doesn't mean anything now.
And you know what? Here's the deal. Here's the deal, Stu. Here's the deal that it's no coming back to the barbershop for Shannon Sharpe. Hey, Uncle Shay, that's what you're talking about. You can't chop it up. Hey, we're going to buy Stu's house. We're going to buy Joe's house. Or we're going to buy the neighborhood barbershop. You're going to get clowned now. You're going to clown for 2 reasons. For your mom reason, my mom, you dating that white girl. You know, those white girls, you know that. And for that, man, you dug that deep. So he doesn't have anything to do with any of the old school women. Right. You got to deal to, under 30? What about me, good girl?
Shannon Sharpe was an opportunist and used his image and likeness to get what he wanted from her.
He should have used those 5 fingers, man.
For the people that says that, hey man, in the Huddle with your boy Joe Ham. Any surprises in the draft tomorrow, Joe? Any surprise? First night tomorrow night, the draft starts. Any surprises?
Can I go out on a limb, please?
Please.
this is not what I think is going to happen, but I don't think Shedeur Sanders goes in the first round.
Well,
So
I got
I'm going.
I got Doug on a sucker bet earlier. You want to bet something on that?
No, that is crazy. No,
I tell you what.
No, listen. He's going top 5, but that's my bet. He's going top 5, Shedeur Sanders, but I wouldn't be surprised if he does not make it out of the first round.
Huh. Okay.
Yes. So no, I'm not going to bet that.
Mr. International, Shannon Sharpe act like he ain't got better options other than a 19-year-old woman. Yeah, Joe.
And let me say this to you, Sue. Let me say this to you.
We're wrapping up. Go ahead and say it, Joe. Go ahead.
Jackson Dart is going before Shedeur Sanders.
With what I've been reading and hearing the last couple of days, I wouldn't be surprised. I think that's a terrible move, but I would not be surprised.
Me too. Me too.
God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. If you don't know me, need to find him and show him love. That's all he's showing you, nothing but love. Tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock, we really get into this thing again. I'm sure Doug's got some choice words. It's the Two Live Stews and the Two Live Stews Experience on YouTube and Facebook. Stewart Media and Entertainment. You can find us tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Thank y'all for joining In the Huddle with Joe Ham. He's your boy, Joe Ham. I'm your boy, One Live Stew, Ryan Stewart. Thank y'all for coming. See you bright and early in the morning for the Two Live Stews Experience. Peace.